Good evening. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm about to give a really unpopular opinion, and I'm sure it's going to be especially unpopular amongst women.
I'm Gray Mars. Break a record by being with 100 men in one day. And right after she was done, she recorded a documentary.
I'm a vegan weed. Call yourself fresh and wear the same weak ass turtleneck on every show. God damn. Then we got goddamn the Sudanese Sambo. Bruh, man.
And I'm Enzo. Bringing up in my lives is they're like, oh well, he's violating the Constitution by having a meme coin and him making money off it in office and everything like that. I was like, if that was the case, like there would be lawsuits up the ass and impeachment inquiry.
I'm skeptic. Like I always say, don't let anybody trample on your constitutional rights.
I'm Mia. That's not a correct power dynamic in my mind. Typically, the people that are trying to be removed are not in control. That's why they're easily being removed.
Yo, that was fire.
Yeah.
I like that, though. I like that.
The person that's dealt with some people in the industry, I can personally tell you, most of them are bullshit. Most of them got something going on, and they're crazy, and they will have you. I'm talking about they'll have you crazy.
Yeah, you look professional, bro. You look real professional. Case, like Slim said, it's the beginning, man. We're gonna see more. It's gonna unfold, and
that mean I'm doing my job.
Hey. If we sit there and be old school, we gonna miss the boat. You know, a lot of this kids 19 years old buying houses with Bitcoin, buying Maserati.
Wow. That.
Huh?
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
And today on the new party, we are giving you our continuous daily Diddy coverage. Today, Special Agent Delassie Penland to finish her cross and Brendan Paul to be on direct. So guys, Brendan Paul is the first person that was arrested connected to Diddy. He was arrested at the Opa-locka Miami Airport in March 2024, and he was basically Diddy's drug mule. He was carrying the drugs back and forth for Diddy. No, he probably will be given immunity. He's definitely going to be prosecution because prosecution is wrapping up their case by tomorrow. So he's the final witness for the prosecution. And then as of Thursday, defense will begin their defense for the charges against them. Gray, as of June 17th, day 25 of the Diddy trial, where are you at? Guilty or not guilty for you?
Not guilty on RICO. I feel like Diddy's gonna be able to beat that charge. I don't feel like they've shown conspiracy. I do think that Diddy's reputation is tattered. And speaking of black men that have been arrested, R. Kelly actually OD'd in prison and is currently in the hospital.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that is big. You heard it here first. Do you have any more details? I haven't heard of that.
No, keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Okay. So the other thing that we learned today is another juror is being questioned. Juror 6 was dismissed and honestly was not a good move for Diddy. Juror 6 was sympathetic to Diddy. We anticipated, hi, Mr. Portler. He says he's watching from Journey. Thanks for watching. But anyways, right now, he was one of the only solid people that we could tell was making faces towards Diddy. So this is not a win. And what I think was really messed up is this whole issue with Juror 6, the prosecution was aware of. And it's like now, after they saw that he was sympathetic towards Diddy, they decided to act on it. And I just don't think that's fair for Diddy, but unfortunately, this is where we are at. So prosecution announced today that they are going to rest their case by tomorrow or Friday morning at the latest. And so Agnifilio is saying that their case is going to last 2 to 5 trial days. They're still adjusting. So, guys, I'm actually glad we did not go back because it seems like, well, I guess next week would have been the week to go back to go gray. They are going to be resting their case by the end of next week. So we will have a decision by July 4th, it looks like, of guilty or not guilty. Brandon Paul is going to take the stand, which I said was his grug mule. He has an immunity order. So that's very interesting. Jurors were told not to discuss why juror number 6 was dismissed, only that they were excused. There's also a separate issue involving juror number 7. So there might be someone else kicked out. What do you think about that, Gray?
I know we was talking about yesterday about them kicking out the guy, and the guy was black. I think if this continues, Diddy will be, if he does lose, will be able to make an appeal because all these changes with jurors.
Right. Also, the court is cracking down. They said that one or more people in the courtroom that were present on Friday flagrantly violated the court's orders, I guess, of revealing who Jane Doe was. This is a flagrant violation of court orders. Violators will be punished, possibly with criminal contempt or sanctions. The court imposed a gag order on the government, the defendant, all attorneys for the defense, and anyone involved. Everyone was made accountable. Violation of the order that happened may result in a civil or criminal contempt charges. So the judge is not playing. What do you think about all the changes that the judge is having to do? Also, another interesting take was someone said that there will never be a mistrial because it looks bad for the judge if there is a mistrial, especially on a high profile case like this. Do you think we'll ever see a mistrial, or is this it for Diddy?
What we was just talking about the jurors, I feel like that's the biggest reason that there will be a mistrial. Because, I mean, is it really a fair case if jurors are being dismissed in the middle and not getting to see all the evidence? So I feel like his lawyers would have an argument for a mistrial as far as what's going on with the jurors. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything else that they could call for a mistrial. Maybe that lady acted out in court, but mainly the jurors is.
But the jurors weren't there for that, so that won't count. The jurors were not, when that lady acted crazy, the jurors weren't in the room.
Okay. For sure. I mean, then basically I feel like other than that, he should be good to go. But let me go ahead and play this breaking news for y'all.
Okay, thank you.
This is a person that Nora actually met right here.
All right. So, wow. Well, I don't know. I really don't care about R. Kelly. I'm going to be honest with you. He was a monster. I mean, for years and years and years. And unlike Diddy, the stuff that he was a monster of was actually being tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Like, the stuff that Diddy was a monster with, they're not even trying him for.
I'm surprised you would say that. I would think that because did you not hear what R. Kelly said? He said that they're trying to kill him. So,
oh, well.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Like, if you're in a disagreement, call us 407-602-8114, 407-602-8114. Tapping is clapping. Let's also get the likes up. Hit the like button. And quite a few of you guys are watching on TikTok, so make sure you're getting those likes up. Again, and we can't see your comments if you're commenting on TikTok, but you can give us a call and contribute to the conversation here on YouTube. Go to @TheNewParty on YouTube as well. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to continue the video. I know a lot of y'all over on TikTok want to know what's going on.
All right. There's nothing much more. They're just giving their opinions at this point. Okay, guys. So pretty much they have, going back to the Diddy trial stuff, they have the AUSA that's on the stand. They're talking about what happened at the London hotel, who stayed there on this date. They said Sean Combs, Cassie, and Jules, and I'm going to play a clip of Diddy Armand's interview with that guy Flash. Jules was his agent, so he referred them. Huh?
That's what we came to see.
Yes, we're going to get to there. Just wait. So, anyways, guys, hit the like button. We have an exclusive interview clip of one of the guys, Flash. He's a very good looking man. To me, he's a butterface, but he has a nice body. We got to see the stomach yesterday. So pretty much they're talking about the what she's testifying to today, to wrap it up a little bit, is the flights. All of that was booked by Diddy's lead assistant, Christina Karam. They're showing booking info for jewels. And this is where the RICO and racketeering comes in. Everybody says, where's the RICO? Where's the racketeering? This is it. They used his paid personnel that were paid to work for Bad Boy Records, paid to work for a business that was not personal. They used them for personal things, for the sex trafficking and things like that. His personal American Express card paid for flights booked by his staff that was hired for business reasons. They also have a booking receipt for the Intercontinental Times Square under the name Frank Black. That was his alias that he went by. Damages to the penthouse for $46,000, all paid by personal business accounts, actually. So this is where it is all commingled, and this is where the RICO and racketeering comes in. Gray, what's your thoughts as we now see proof of the RICO and racketeering?
He might get it, but I came to see Flash. That's what people want to see. Y'all about to have a whole lot of laughs and hear a first person point of view of what was going on with Diddy.
Okay, but we're giving updates too. Also pretty much in the updates, it says he called Ventura. She didn't answer. Ventura then texted him saying, I checked with security. Jules left. You're fine as long as you don't disturb the other guests. So, I mean, there's a lot of text messages that were shown, a lot of linking them, of all this. Also, Ventura text D-Rock, you are sick to think if it's okay to have done what you did to me. Please stay away from me. I have a premiere. So this was the text messages when he assaulted her. All of this is all mixed up. And Flash actually was the one of the entertainers. He saw them 8 times. He said he was paid $5,000 each time. So pretty much it shows also she texted Karam saying, this is crazy, he won't stop, please tell the neighbors, they're about to call the police. I guess he showed up to her house banging on the door. So it was all very commingled. I'll play the clip now since Gray's just really fired up about this and rushing me through, even though I know some of y'all do come for the updates because yes, the drama is good, but this is a court case. I'm going to play the clip now of Flash talking about basically how pristine she was and if he thought there was a crime that took place.
I mean, you like, yo, what did this nigga do? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it says on the text.
That's why I hit you up. Like, what did this nigga do?
And it's funny how they still haven't been able to identify me. Like how? Like with that picture that they put out, that's from like 3 years ago. So that doesn't even cover the time span from then.
Now you said that Cassie was hitting you up privately when Diddy was out of town. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, she hit me up a couple times. She hit me up once, and she was just like, "Hey, how you doing? Miss you. Hope you're doing okay. What are you doing later?" And I'm like, "Are you supposed to be calling me?" Like question mark, question mark, question mark. Because to me, first of all, that nigga got $1 billion. He could erase me easily.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's too many men in prison and in the dirt over a piece of ass. So for me, I was happy that I was eating. So I wasn't even gonna. And the second time she hit me up, I didn't respond. So she hit me up with the first time I responded, and she didn't say anything. The second time I didn't respond. I didn't say anything.
Okay, so why did you stop work? So you worked for them for 2012 to 2013, or a course of a year?
It was about eight. It could have been more times, but like I said, they had the weird ass hours, and it became very difficult in relationships to get out the house. Like, yo, what do you mean you got to go? Like, okay. What do you mean you got to go make some money? Like, it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
So you didn't get to tell your girlfriend, hey, I'm banging Cassie and Diddy's watching.
Eventually, after I told her after, but I'm pretty transparent with everyone now. I tell the story, and it's funny because nobody believed me. I know nobody believed me because who fucking would believe that?
Yeah.
right? But why would I make it up? Like, if I really wanted clout, I could have came out last year when the hotel video came out, when he was knocking her around. Like if you niggas would have never put me out, I wouldn't have came out. That was
Yeah.
13 years ago. So the
So
person
why
I
are
am
you
now,
speaking out? Why? I mean, not speaking out, but why are you talking? Is it because some people's like, well, why is he talking? Everybody's doing interviews. So why are you talking?
I'm talking because unless you consider a freak off 3 people, I never participated. I never got no white party ticket, and I was never doped or forced to do anything. And like I said, to me, everything that happened between Cassie and I was consensual. Otherwise, like I said, I wouldn't have been able to perform. I just that was the main thing. And then I got people from Connecticut all the way down to Florida hitting me up like, "Yo, son, I just saw you on TMZ. Like, who are you, nigga? Like, like I done transformed. I was doing motivational speaking, telling my life story, telling how I came from from nothing to something. Pretty much every situation for every black child in America. Single mother.
Yeah.
Is that all the juicy details? Nora, you there?
Yeah, they're still going. Did you mute it?
No, I didn't do anything.
Let me see.
Hit her, doggy.
No.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the sound. That's so weird. Now it got juicier. He talked about how he witnessed Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill kissing.
Wow.
Yeah, so it got better. I don't know what happened to the sound though.
Who's Johnny Gill?
You don't know who Johnny Gill is?
No.
He's a singer.
Oh, okay.
From the 80s. Yeah, so what do you think about what you heard?
I think it's wild. Like the industry is just crazy. And I think it's crazy to see R. Kelly in the hospital now. And like if Diddy ends up being stuck in prison, then he probably will end up going through the same thing R. Kelly going through right now. So it's just crazy that these celebrities, these moguls, they make all of this money for all this time, and then in their older years they're in prison. I think Harvey Weinstein just got convicted of something else. So it's just like, I think it's wild. There's people on TikTok saying that basically that, they don't care about R. Kelly. He's heinous. And I feel like if Diddy gets convicted as well, people are going to be saying the exact same thing.
Well, I have a clip that I would like to play that I think is the motivation for a lot of these women. I don't think Diddy, let me say this. I think that this is Diddy's karma. I think that what the government's doing is an overreach, to be clear. But I also feel like he's no innocent guy. But we have to understand that Diddy was definitely tricking off on these women. Let me play this clip and show you what I mean.
Dropping 100K.
250
on a shopping spree.
250.
Oh, getting in your bed, staying in your bed.
Get in your bed. You know what it is.
Love that.
Okay. So I ain't got no time to be cheap. You feel me?
So you not cheap?
Nah, no.
You like spending money?
Hey, I'm like just living my best life, and anything around me, I want it to flourish, and live its best life too. So I'm just in a good mood. You know how when you just, hey, big spender. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas. Let's have a good time with this life.
So he was definitely tricking off on these women. What do you think about that clip?
It ain't tricking if you got it. I feel like a lot of guys will say, hey, I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to trick off on the trick. And then once you get the money, then you start to change your mind because, okay, I got the money. She has what I want. I can spend the money and I can get what I want. So I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that Diddy used money to get what he wanted out of people.
Right, right. I agree. Definitely was not tricking, but also I stand on Cassie was no victim. Like, I don't feel bad for her. Like, people dragged us yesterday, Gray. I want to play this clip right here to show you what Kalina had to say about Cassie because she was part of Dirty Money. She was definitely around her a lot. Let's see what she said. Oops. Is it sharing? Okay.
Cassie. Love her to death, naive, like getting high. She likes partying. She liked that was the thing. She's a model. She was well taken care of.
Well taken care of.
You told me a story about going to an apartment one time. Yeah, which one? The fucking one that looked like a closet? That all white fucking condo in New York? That's just glass with glass stairs escalating up the fucking 70-foot ceiling, 100-foot ceiling. Wild shit. Spoiled. So I'm not saying Cassie is not deserving of any of these things, but this was her life.
This was her life. Spoiled. Does that sound like a S trafficking victim? All the S trafficking victims I know are given pennies on the dollar. They're being hoed out for hours and days on end. I don't know. This is some new age Western, right? Like new age stuff for me. What do you think, Ray?
I think you can still be trafficked and be paid a lot of money because, I mean, when we look at the elevator video where you see Diddy assaulting her, clearly she wanted to leave at some point. So I think it can happen even if you're giving money. But I agree with you in the sense of it makes it hard in the court of public opinion to like have sympathy when it's like you were well compensated for going through this. So how much of this was coerced and how much was this that you were just trying to be compensated?
Exactly. You bring up good points. I actually have another video from Flash. Did you want to see him? I know you're very fascinated by him.
Yeah, I want to give the audience the juicy details like I saw.
All right, here you go.
I'm gonna drop my feet.
Hold on, bring you back. I'm gonna drop you and bring you back because we losing him just a little bit. His service just a little bit grainy. Okay, we brought you back. Okay, so it was the quickest shower. There you go. So it's the quickest shower you ever took. Okay, Go ahead.
Quickest shower I ever took. I get dressed and I'm thinking like, oh shit, like it's like 12:30 p.m. I've been gone all day. I'm thinking like, damn, I turn this phone back on. Whoever's
because you got a girlfriend back home.
Exactly.
And so you've been gone since 3 a.m. till now 12 p.m.
12 p.m. almost, right. And so I run to the car. No, wait. So after I put my shit on, I open the door and like The Shining, she's standing at the door with a robe on, $5,100 bills. I look down at my periph. I didn't actually look down like that. I'm looking at her. I snatched the money. I know what 1,500 feel like. This ain't 1,500. Can we call you again? I said, absolutely. Call me anytime, goddammit. Put that shit in my
How
pocket.
much was it?
5 racks.
That was $5,000.
$5,100 bills. That's how I bought my first house, man. I saw them a total of 8 times.
Okay, so before we get to the few times, because we left at the shotgun in the shower, because the rumor habit is Diddy plays with the finishings, and he.
That's what my agent told me when I got back to the car. I called him like, "Yo, Vic, you ain't gonna." Yo, he a cuck. I'm like, "What's that?" And he's explaining to me, and he's like, "Yo," I'm like, "Dang, that's weird as fuck," you know.
So how does that make you feel? Like you netted on her, and then he went and played with it, rubbed it all over him? Because then she would take it and rub it all on him, and they would do a round.
Hey, that's just, I mean, whatever. That's their thing.
Wow.
Ready for it?
So through the 8 times, has he ever asked you to deliver on him?
Summoning spirits to help with keyword research?
No.
All
Nah,
right.
but I have heard stories where like the guy that put me on, and I didn't believe him until it happened to me. He told me that he's actually standing there while Diddy was hitting it from the back and smack him on the hips like, get that shit, nigga, get that shit, nigga. And then he would get frustrated and leave out the room. Cause Gerald, oh fuck. No, the homie told me about he told me about this, and I'm like, that was one of the ground rules that I told her, I said, look, I don't do meat to meat, no anus, no vagina. I don't want to see a nigga in front of me. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, oh no, it's none of that. He just likes to watch. He's a voyeur. I said, okay, cool.
So you never dapped Diddy up. You never really talked to him. He just told you, "Yo, dick better stay hard." That was it. And
that was in the beginning. The first like 4 times. That was the only thing that he ever said to me. Like, well, that he said out loud. That wasn't directed to her. Afterwards, like I think the last 2 times.
Did he start revealing his face after a point in time?
Yeah, like the 5th or 6th time, he started just to wear the bandana. Like you could tell that it was, you could tell it was Puff.
Okay, and so did you guys ever run a train on her together?
Nah, I never did that.
So
that's why I said I never even went to a free. I never even been invited to a freak off unless you define freak off as what was taking place at the Beverly Hilton, the Mondrian, the Beverly Hills Hotel, all the venues.
So you've been to all the spots?
Pretty much, yep.
Did it ever seem like because I don't know if the time right, but did it ever feel like her mouth was too sore to give you head? Because she testified that she would have sores in her mouth sometimes from, doing so many of these different freak offs. Did you ever see any sores?
Hell no.
Did it ever seem like she had pain from UTIs? Because she claimed that she had a lot of UTIs from the baby oil and these freak offs. Cassie.
I never experienced that. UTIs, like her pussy never stank. I mean, her nanny never stank. It never was I didn't sit there and expect it with the flashlight.
Did you ever put it in the back door? The one that stink?
Oh, nah.
Oh, okay. Did they ever ask? Was that like, would you have if it was more money involved or?
Nah, they see, here's the thing. In Hollywood, I had a lot of success from 21 to 25. I book in everything. But once you start getting a lot of different things, they want you to compromise, because if we're going to put you in this position, you're going to be exposed to a whole lot. So we want to make sure that we either have something on you or we don't. And me, you can't pay for my masculinity. You can't ain't enough money in the world. You know what I mean? So I think they always had a filling out process of what guy is willing to do what.
Do what? And you just didn't give, I'm going to go the extra mile.
Oh, no.
Okay, and so one of the requirements was that every time the guy did have to come, or if you didn't, the money would be different. So they also talked about sometimes some men would get this amount, some men would get less, but even the same guy, his payments weren't the same. So were your payments the same every time, or were some higher or lower?
I got $3,800 one time, and I figured that the nigga just didn't have the cash.
Okay,
and that was at the I don't know if there's a hotel. I think it's on Rodeo Drive. If you're walking down Rodeo, it looks like a storefront, but if you walk inside, it's an actual hotel. It's probably like 20, 25 rooms, and that place is the only place where I got $3,800. So
when you're used to getting 5,000, do you say, nigga, like, where the rest of my money, or you just say, this is cool?
Hell no. Fuck you. What? I mean, you got to think about it like this. Like, I was looking at like, yo, I'm about to be able to put a down payment on a crib. This
Ray, what would you do for $5,000?
Depends on how much I'm hurting. I mean, I wouldn't give up my masculinity, but I mean,
Would
Diddy,
you have done what he did?
I would have did it for 1,000.
What if he's just behind you, like, you know, just behind you, going ham, going in?
Because here's the thing, I wouldn't have been able to do it sober, so I would have been all the way gone. Just like, hey, like, let's get it popping. I mean, it's Cassie, and then I'm getting paid because I would have hit Cassie for free. So I mean, I'm getting paid. I'm like, okay, throw me that. But yeah, of course, it would have been uncomfortable with Diddy being there and the whole situation. You know?
Wow. Wow. I don't know, guys. I'm seeing the RICO. It is unfortunate because he commingled his funds, but I guess that's where they're saying the financial benefit came from because he was doing crimes in his business. Um, and I'm seeing it now, unfortunately. So I will be thoroughly surprised if he's not found guilty on all the charges at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel the same way in a sense because I just feel like sometimes like the public kind of has a sway on what's going to happen in the courtroom, even though the jury's not supposed to be swayed by the public. But I feel
Right.
like when people really want somebody gone, the government's going to make sure you're gone.
Facts. I agree. I 100% agree. Gray, you want to keep going? You want to wrap up? You got anything else to add?
We can wrap up. Today was a good day. Thank you everybody for watching on X, YouTube. Thank you for watching on TikTok. We're starting our 12 o'clock p.m. show back. We used to do it on TikTok, and we mainly did politics, and we would bring people up like people standard live. But we're gonna bring our YouTube show and how we do it on YouTube to TikTok. So everybody on TikTok will be back doing a 12 o'clock show again, but we'll be doing it like this. As far as the Diddy case, that's what we'll be covering. And then once the Diddy case wraps up, we'll start to cover other things at that 12 p.m. slot. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Guys, also, we are starting a new thing where we will be live streaming tonight. Of course, Monday through Thursday, we live stream here on the New Party Network. The actual New Party podcast will be tonight. Our topic will be about the Titanic submersible, but we are starting a new thing where we're going to have bounties. Okay. When it gets heated, you don't like Gray Mars, you don't like me. Well, I don't know. Can they do it to me, Gray? I don't know. I guess they can. You don't like me? Well, do a $9.99 super chat or better, and we will be putting the person backstage for 3 minutes. So yeah, we will be starting that. We want to mix things up. It's going to get heated only with time. Right now, the world is, we are literally on the brink of WW3. The world is heating up. So we want to have fun, and we want this to be a place where we have those strong, harsh conversations, but we have fun at the same time. So yeah, definitely support the chat, support the live, click the like button, give us a subscription. We have paid subscriptions. If you'd like to be a guest on the New Party and you are not an influencer, you can do that, but you have to have a paid subscription. So go on to the YouTube, go to @the_new_party and sign up for a subscription. Again, so my closing thoughts on Diddy is this. Defense is going to be wrapping up by end of next week. Prosecution expects to end tomorrow. I don't think it's looking too good for Diddy. They said that yesterday in the courtroom. He looked very, very sad. So thank you to all the content creators that are there every day. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. Thank you for us using this interview that you had for Flash. That definitely was thoroughly entertaining. So I appreciate you for sacrificing time with your family. Shout out to Secret Service Sam. He's been there every day. And shout out to all the content creators. This is what we do. We do it for you. Fortunately, we were hoping to go back next week, but due to scheduling things, we're not going to be able to do that. But that's okay, because we have more in real life content coming for you. We will be hopefully going to the Turning Point USA conference. Gray, me and you will be going. Even if we don't get inside, we'll be doing interviews on the outside. We're going to commit to that. Also, there's a men's conference about red pill stuff. We'll be going to that in September in Miami. Oh, also Saturday, I will be live streaming from a pageant here. It's a women's pageant. So definitely check that out. It'll be, I believe, at 7. Gray, you might need to just be with me on the live, even though I know you can't come. And we'll talk more about that. But That's
want to
my
say one
closing
more
thoughts.
thing.
Ray, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, if you're watching on social media, please go to the link in the bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. So here you go. That's my closing thoughts.
Definitely. All right, guys. God bless. See you tonight at 8 p.m. New part.